Ivanka Trump posted a picture yesterday that is raising a lot of questions, and it's making people ask whether or not the picture is even real. And this is happening at a time when Donald Trump is on the precipice of taking away Medicare and Medicaid from millions and millions of people. And I just want to do a throwback real fast, because do you remember when Joe Biden asked this?
On the other side of the aisle, I want to put Social Security on the chopping block. If anyone here tries to cut Social Security, Medicare, or raise the retirement age, I will stop you. The working people who built this country pay more into Social Security than millionaires and billionaires do. It's not fair. We have two ways to go. Republicans can cut Social Security and give more tax breaks to the wealthy. That's the proposal. Oh, no. You guys don't want another $2 trillion tax cut? I kind of thought that's what your plan was. Well, that's good to hear.
Yeah, so Joe Biden actually pointed out before any of this happened during a State of the Union in 2024 that Republicans wanted to cut Medicare, Social Security, and Medicaid. And they have released a proposal that does just that, even after they denied it. And it has now created a fissure within the Republican Party where folks like Rep. Warren Davidson voted against this bill. He is so far right, he is wrong. Listen to this.
You could easily find 3 Democrats that are saying terrible things about Trump's spending levels, but when Joe Biden wanted to spend $5 trillion on Build Back Better, which was insane, they were out there shilling for it like crazy. Everyone in the House voted for it, $5 trillion, and they eventually got a $1 trillion Build Back Better bill. And I think it's interesting that they're both, alliteration on BBB. But other than that, they're very similar. They spend money on different things, but they're both not good for the deficit. And I think that's the thing we have to focus on. It
isn't good for the deficit. And it's also against everything that Republicans supposedly believe in, which is conservatism, less government, smaller government, making sure the budget can pay for itself. None of those things are in this bill, and this bill is really just, as Joe Biden said from not many months ago, this is a tax break for the wealthiest Americans in the country at the expense of the poorest. And this has made Donald Trump go after both Massey and Davidson. Here's Caroline Leavitt yesterday saying that Donald Trump thinks they should be primaried.
You had 2 Republicans last night that voted against this bill, Congressman Massey and Davidson. Does the president think that they should be primaried?
I believe he does, and I don't think he likes to see grandstanders in Congress. What's the alternative? I would ask those members of Congress. Did they want to see a tax hike? Did they want to see our country go bankrupt? That's the alternative by them trying to vote no. And the president believes the Republican Party needs to be unified. And the vast majority of Republicans clearly are and are listening to the president. They are trusting in President Trump, as they should, because there's a reason he's sitting in this Oval Office. It's because he's the unequivocal leader of the Republican Party. Not just a president for Republicans, but all Americans. The president's approval rating is at an all-time high right now. And it's because he knows how to deliver
just a stream of lies. It's incredible. It's actually a talent. Now, I just want to point out that Rep. Warren Davidson is so MAGA that he introduced this bill called the Trump Derangement Syndrome Research Act of 2025. He introduced a bill that would direct the National Institutes of Health to study the psychological and social roots of what is known as Trump Derangement Syndrome, a phenomenon marked by extreme negative reactions to President Donald Trump. So this is not even like a normal Republican, not that I don't even think they exist anymore. This is someone who is a Trump acolyte. And this just goes to show, if you are not 100% behind Donald Trump, no matter what you have done in the past leading up to that moment, he will cut you out as quickly as possible. And Republican voters are cutting Donald Trump out because here is a Republican who is saying that he is done with the GOP. And Editor Hussein, I would love for you to put in some sad, sappy music as I read this, because to me, we all knew where this was going. And it's crazy to me that folks are just waking up now. So let's just soak in the tears. I'm done with the GOP. you've lost me. You've had your chance and you fucking blew it. I was so excited for this administration because of the promise of Doge. But then I watched the GOP do nothing with Elon Musk's businesses were bombed and Teslas were vandalized. Not one vote, not a damn one. Months went by, still no votes. We're now at the end of May and still have not had a single fucking vote on the Doge cuts. The end of May. My only conclusion can be that GOP does not want to end the waste and fraud. This is a sobering realization for everyone who is stoked for Elon and Doge. Mark my words, this betrayal will haunt the GOP forever. I will remember you choose to do nothing. You took photos with Elon. You talked about Doge. You said you loved cutting waste and fraud. But when it came time to do something, none of you did. None of you. So you've lost me. You've lost my trust. I thought you'd be different than the Democrats, but I guess the GOP lies too. And the only difference between the GOP and the Democrats seems to be the Democrats actually pass legislation. Oh man, this got 38,000 likes late yesterday. I'm sure it has even more now. And it just goes to show that, again, like, it's so funny to me that Republicans are realizing that Donald Trump and Republicans will say anything and do anything if it means maintaining and acquiring power. So I guess welcome to the resistance, Matt Venswall, because this is exactly what we said was going to happen. Donald Trump also woke up this morning and he decided to attack the most successful company in the history of the world, and that is Apple, levying what he's going to say is a 25% tariff on Apple if they don't move their manufacturing to the United States. I have long ago informed Tim Cook of Apple that I expect their iPhones that will be sold in the United States of America will be manufactured and built. Oh my God, that's so hard to read. Am I reading this wrong? Am I having a stroke? I have long ago informed Tim Cook of Apple that I expect their iPhones that will be sold in the United States of America will be manufactured. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. And built in the United States, not India or any place. If that is not the case, a tariff of at least 25% must be paid by Apple to the U.S. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Wow. And I think this is happening because Donald Trump had yesterday a $1 million dinner with people who donated to his Trump coin. We don't know who these people are. They gave the president of the United States millions and millions of dollars. They were given a private White House tour by the president of the United States. And we don't know who's in the president of the United States pocket. I think we know who's not, and that is Tim Cook. But if Tim Cook were at that dinner, do you think this would be happening? This is corruption at the highest levels of government, and it's absolutely appalling. And then let's just end with this. Look at this picture. What the hell is going on here? Ivanka Trump posted this yesterday, where it says Ivanka Trump shows off her jiu-jitsu skills. And it has a lot of people asking questions. One, do we believe that she is actually doing this? Like, this to me looks like choreography. She in no way can pick up this man. She is basically just trying to hold him as he holds on to her to keep the weight off of her legs. And folks are just saying stuff like, LOL, yeah, right. She's going to carry and flip that guy. Why doesn't she put up the video? Fucking liar, LOL. Is Jared filming or does he watch it later? Ugh. And Chelsea Handler, though it was not this picture, I found this and I want to share it. Ivanka Trump said it's inappropriate to ask her about the sexual accusations against her father. Would it be more appropriate if we asked you while you sat on his lap like this? Very nice. Yeah, this is extremely disturbing. So yeah, Joe Biden predicted all of this. Medicare, Medicaid is being cut at the same time as Donald Trump is hurting the most vulnerable Americans in our country. He's also raising millions and millions of dollars for illegal access to the President of the United States. And it's just Friday, May 23rd. Have a good day.